All right, guys. So once again, welcome to Ultra BNB webinar presentation. This is going to be a back office training section. My name is Daniel Wajida Costa, founder of Ultra BNB and presenter for today's webinar meeting. So indeed, we're going to have a back office training. And as you can clearly see at the moment, we are logged into my back office. All right. So equally, once you register with us and you log into your back office, these are the features you are going to see on there. So there's a whole lot which is actually going on at your back office. And if you don't take the time to, fridge it through to learn more about your back office, like become familiar with it, when the day of launch, which is happening tomorrow, comes, you might find yourself maybe a big challenge where you wouldn't know what you're supposed to do, especially when it is your first time getting yourself engaged in such platforms. So I believe as a newly user, the moment you sign up and you log into your back office, the first thing you need to do is to change your username. So your username will be in a default, username, which combines numbers and words or letters. So you just click on change username, which with that will take you to the profile update section. Yes, so you update your username and you wish to, upload a profile picture, you can do that as well. Forgive me, my internet is really acting up tonight. Yes, so yeah, so that brings you to the update profile section. And all that you need to do is just come over here. Then you type in the username that you prefer. Once you are done and you wish to upload, an avatar or an image, you just click on browse, which with that would it will take you to how do you call it? Your either photo gallery or wherever you save your pictures. It will take you there and you upload a picture of your choice. Then you click on save changes. Yes, so once you're done, your link will also be updated and you'll have your username attached to your invite link. So whenever you share your link with others and they click to register or copy to register, it is your username which will pop up at the sponsor, section or the enroller section, which also will help them confirm that truly they are signing up with you. Now, once you're done with that, the next thing is basically on the day of launch is to select your entry, the number of entries you wish to purchase. So if it is one entry, that will cost you a total of $25 in BNB. If it is two, that's going to be $50. If it is three, $75. So you can actually be adding this up all the way to 10 entries. So one can purchase 10 entries every 10 seconds. Okay. Yeah. So sorry. That is the minimal, period which one can be purchasing 10 entries within that time frame. So once you purchase your 10 entries, yeah, so once you've selected this, all you have to do is just purchase now, but you have to make sure that you do have the exact amount and at least a little bit of like a BNB to cover the extra gas fee, the extra for the gas fees. Yeah, so if you're planning to start up with 10 entries, then plan on having like $5 extra in terms of, for the gas fee. Yeah, but the system is not going to deduct all $5 as the fees. All right, it's just going to take the gas fee and leave the remaining balance in there in your wallet. Yeah, so after you are through purchasing of your entry, you will then have it recorded on here. It will be recorded on here. At the power line starts, you'll see the number of entries which you've purchased, or equally, you will also see it recorded on the 3x2 team build metrics. All right. Yeah, because both platforms work simultaneously. The moment you purchase an entry, both platforms are created for you that instance. Yeah, so you then see the 3x2 structure here since we haven't launched, there is no data recorded now. But tomorrow, once we go live and you purchase your entry, guess what? You'll see it recorded on this section. So imagine, or let's assume you purchase one entry, all right? I'm going to use one entry for the sake of, others that will be coming in one entry to also understand this better. So once you purchase one entry, you're going to have it shown here, and you'll have 3 empty spots underneath you, all right? Or beneath you, will have 3 empty spots on there. And what you can do is just, let me see. Once the 3 entry spot is being, positioned here, you just have to share the opportunity to others if you feel like building or growing your 3x2 metrics. So let's assume maybe indeed you shared it with a few other folks that joined you in the Ultra BNB platforms. Then, of course, the moment they also make their purchase of an entry, then you start seeing them filling up your 3x2 metrics. However, you equally be getting spillovers and spill out from your uplines and even sponsors and cross line members as well. So it's really gonna be exciting moment tomorrow. For now, you won't actually get grasp the vision, the concept yet, but tomorrow, once we launch and you make your purchase of entry, you start seeing what I'm talking about. Yeah, so that is it for the 3x2 metrics, by the way. Now let's take a look at here, my unilevel down line tree. Okay, before we get to that, let's take a look at my details. Yeah, so with my details, you have your username, your ID, your wallet address, which is connected to the DApp, and the day you registered your sponsor. All right. Then next to that is my unilevel downline tree. So your unilevel downline tree is the unilevel network, by the way. All right, which with that is commissioned to 6 levels deep, but you earn this reward infinity. And as you can clearly see, I have referred only one person in this particular account. All right, I purposely created this as for this type of training sections. Yeah, so I'm not actually engaged in team building in this particular account, but I do have one which I'm personally building on that. Yeah, so with this, you can see it is just one account created, referred, and with that, I have my second level also, built with 2 referrals on them, my third level 10 referrals, 436 feet, 22 seat 25, and it keeps going on and on. Yeah, so the moment we launch and assuming all these referrals, everyone start purchasing of entries, be it 1, 2, or more, they will be recorded here in the entry sections. So you'll see the total entries in each level, like in a particular level. So if let's say level 1 here, when this referral purchase, let's assume 10 referrals, 10 entries, sorry, it will be recorded on here as 10 entries. Now on level 2, if these two indirect referrals purchase, let's say 4 entries as a total, like each of them purchasing 2, making a total of 4, it will be recorded on here as 4 entries. And on level 3, if these 10 referrals, each of them purchase 1 entry, then it will be recorded on here as 10 entries. But we do understand that on each level, there is a reward that we benefit, right? So level 1, we know that to be 50 cents. So if it is 10 entries, which is recorded on here, multiplied by 50 cents, if my math is correct, that should be $50, right? If my math is correct. But if not, I think that would be like $25. Yeah, there it is, $25. So, sorry. As a matter of fact, let me open up a calculator real quick. So 10 entries multiplied by 50 cents. Oh, yeah, so it's $5 actually. Sorry about that. Yeah, so it's gonna be $5 commission to you on here, which will be recorded on this section as income. All right. And similarly, when we get to the level 2, equally is gonna be 4 entries here. So 4 entries multiplied by 30 cents. We know that level 2 commissions are 30 cents. So 4 multiplied by 30 cents, that is going to be $1 and $2, and it'll keep going all the way down to the seat level. So the more entries they purchase, the more you earn. And other exciting thing is that we understand with us in Ultra BNB, one can cycle out how many times? 5 times, right? Before their, entry expires, like that purchase entry expires for good. So imagine each cycle which happens. You as the sponsor, you equally be earning these unilevel bonuses. So assuming this one referral here on your level 1, purchase 10 entries, and all the 10 entries complete their 5 cycles. That means just multiply the 5 cycles by 10 entries, which will be 50 entries in total. Now, multiply this 50 by 50 cents, and that is $25. So it means you are going to earn $25 in unilevel bonus awarded to you. So every cycle that occurs, which is either personally, they are the ones, initiating that purchase of entries, or the system is automatically purchasing the next entry, because basically you receive 2 payments of 13.5, making a total of $27. The system is going to keep aside $20 to purchase your next entry and pay $7 to your wallet. So that $20 what the system is using in purchasing of your next entry is exactly the same as you coming in buying an entry worth of $25. We know that when you purchase an entry $25, $5 actually goes into the 3x2 team build. So with that, that is when you are purchasing out of your pocket money. But once you've made that purchase, and these cycles are occurring in the power line, because basically in the power line, it is $20, which is commission on there, where 13.5 goes to fill a payment slot, 0.5 goes to the leaderboard bonus pool, 1.5 goes to fill up this 6-level unilevel network, and 4.5 goes to the auto buy mechanism. So in total, makes it $20. So that $20 is what is going to be, occurring whenever you cycle out, where the system keeps aside the $20 purposely for the power line network and its distribution. You get it now. So that is it. So as these cycles are occurring, you as the sponsor will equally be earning these rewards over and over 5 times. So when your downline, or let me say this referral here, has completed 5 cycles on their entry purchases, then that's it. They're out of the power line for good. If they wish to continue earning, then all that they have to do is keeping aside their profit and buying new entries once again, and once they do that, guess what is going to happen? You as the sponsor, you'll continue to be benefiting these rewards. So with us in Ultra BNB, everyone earn fairly, and team builders are the ones that are going to earn the most. All right, so that is it. Now moving on to the next is the global stats. So the global stats, it's not something complicated. We have the total users at the moment is 198 registered users. We have power line entries is going to be the entries purchased in the power line. So assuming we have, let's say, 1,000 entries in the power line, like purchasing the power line, it will be recorded here as 1,000 entries. All right. Then the power line income paid out, the income which have been, issued out through the power line or through the smart contracts in a peer-to-peer manner to individuals' wallet will also be recorded here. Then the level bonuses paid out as well will also be recorded on this side. Yes. So that is it. And now let's move on to the power line stats. Yeah, so this is where we need to get the information right, because as your first time without you knowing these detailed information, you might get a little bit confused. So we have here the entries purchased A and entries created from cycle B. Now, let me explain this section. So the moment you purchase an entry, let's assume you purchase just one entry worth of $25. It will then be recorded here at entries purchased A1, because these are entries which you are buying out of your pocket money. Now, once this entry you purchase out of your pocket money complete a certain number of cycle, or let me say complete a cycle. So assuming it completes its first cycle, where it creates a new entry for you, it would then be created or recorded on here as the entries created from cycle B. So it will then be recorded here as 1. So now it means you have a new entry created from your prime entry. So we have like parent entry and child entry. So the parent entry is the ones which are going to be recorded in the purchase entries A. And the child entries are the ones that will be recorded in created entries from cycle B. Yes. So if it completes the 5 cycles, then for it will be recorded here as 5. And you have the entries purchased here as 1. Meaning your purchase entry out of your pocket has completed 5 cycles. And now you will have that on here shown as, total entries created from the purchase entry A 5, and it will be recorded here too, which is the total entries owned from A and B. So it will add both entries A and B together and give you a total number of like entries created by yourself and also by the system in the form of like re-entries. So the total will then be recorded here as 6 for you. And to amount spent to purchase entries will also be recorded here as $25, meaning you spent $25 to purchase these entries. Now, the entries completed cycles will also be recorded here as 5/5 because each entry needs to complete 5 cycles for that particular entry to expire for forever or for good. So it would then be shown here as 5/5 as the completed entries from the from your power line network or from your system. And the total earned from the power line will also be recorded here as $35. Yes, because for the power line, you earn your capital back of $25 and make an additional profit of $10. Yeah, so that will make a total of $35 recorded here. Now, moving on to the next, which is the 3x2 metric stat. So here, we're going to see the entries purchased. So basically, like I said, when you make an entry purchase worth of $25, which is one entry, you will have it, simultaneously. It will create both the power line and the 3x2 team build network for you. So you'll have it on here recorded as entries purchased 1. So when you complete a certain cycle or an entry bought, let me go back here. So on here, we'll see it as the 3x2 network, the first level, the second level, and here is the first board, or cycle 1. So once it completes the first board, it will then have a second board for you here. So when you click on the plus button here, it will take you to the next board, and you'll see the next board here, which is like the cycle. Once you complete a cycle, it creates a new entry points under your sponsor. So we continue to follow our sponsors no matter what. So as long as you keep cycling out from these entries, it will be creating new boards for you here, which all you have to do is just be clicking this plus button to be moving to the next boards. You get what I mean? Yeah, so that is it. So we're gonna have it recorded here as the entries cycle. So if it is you've cycled once, it will be recorded here as 1. If you cycle twice, it will be recorded here as 2, and it will keep on going that way. And the total earned from the 3x2 matrix will also be recorded here. So basically, after completing a matrix board, the total that you earn is $35. However, we understand that $5, which is coming from the last payment, the last leg payment, the system used that in creating your next board, and it's paid to your sponsor. All right, it's paid to your sponsor because your sponsor equally will also cycle out and be on the next board waiting for his referrals to join him or her on there. So we then be paid to your sponsor, and will create a new position under your sponsor on that second board for you, as you equally also wait for your team to join you there to be earning over and over again. So it will be shown here the total number of earnings you've received in the 3x2 network. Now, the mixed income from the 3x2 matrix system are the commissions where you miss out. For instance, assuming you have referred people. Now, on the day of launch, you failed to purchase your entry, okay, and your downlines do so. Once they make their purchase of entries, you are going to earn in the level network regardless. You earn from there, even whether you have an active entry yourself or not, you earn from the level side of the business. That is how it has been created, okay? But in the 3x2, since you don't have an entry owned by you, the system is gonna it's not gonna commission you those rewards. It's rather going to pass up those commission to the next sponsor or upline who have an active entry in the Powerline network, or I mean the 3x2 system. So if your sponsor, assuming your sponsor have an active entry, then guess what? They will be the ones being positioned under your sponsor metric system, and you'll miss out on those commission. But any moment where you purchase your entry, then the next cycle, when your referral completes, they will therefore be positioned under you. Yes. But on the day of launch, we're gonna have a 24-hour period before we can purchase of our entry. So no one do have, like, you don't get to miss commissions in the next 24 hours. That is it. That's the policy after launch. So after the launch, that is when people are going to miss out on commission if they don't purchase their entries within that 24-hour window. Yeah, and afterwards, in a sense where, let's say, maybe you referred people, but you fail to even like purchase an entry yourself, and they do that, it means you are going to miss out on those commissions. So that is it on that edge. Yeah. So moving on to the next is the unilevel referral stats. So the total referrals currently I have one. And the active referrals, once this referral purchase an entry, it will then be recorded here as 1/1, meaning the one referral which I brought into the business now have activated the account. So assuming if I have like 5 referrals here, and out of those 5 referrals, 2 activates the account, then it's going to be shown on here as 2/5. Yeah, so that is it's on that side too. And the level bonuses and from that network growth will also be recorded here, the total which I've earned. So all the income you're gonna receive on here from the level 1, level 2, level 3, all the way down to the seat will then be added, and you see the total being recorded on this side. Yeah, so that is it. Now moving on to the global power line. Yes, so on the global power line, we will then see the power line networks on this side. For some of us, we already have an experience with this, so it wouldn't be something difficult for us to notice. So the global power line is going to be in a chain of single line or a straight line. But it's going to be in a section where we will have different entries being positioned in the network, all right, because it's going to start from entry number 1 all the way to infinity, and depending on which user who owns a particular entry will also be recorded here. So if your entry number is entry number 10, then you'll see your entry number recorded in the global power line. And if your entry number 10 is getting close in earning, you equally see that, okay, it's left with this X number of entries to, complete their cycle or end before it gets to your turn and all that. So with the global power line, we understand that it's a one, it's based on first come, first serve. All right. Yeah, first come, first serve principle. So with that, on the day of launch, we will all begin to experience that too on here, where you see your entries falling within the global power line network. One exciting thing about Ultra BNB is that with the system entries, they are not counted among the total entries. Okay, so the system entries are just entries, or let me say rewards contributed to the power line network, helping our users to earn, but they actually do not own an entry in the system. Since they don't earn, it's not necessary for system entries to be recorded in the powerline network. So system entries will not be visible in the sense of like entries that are yet to earn in the Powerline network. But we will see system entries contributing rewards to users that are supposed to earn and cycle in the Powerline network. So without Powerline network, is going to be different. It's going to be far different from the others out there. So we will see those changes on here shortly, hopefully tomorrow. Yeah, so now let's move let's move on to this side, payments, right? Or entries. Okay, let's go to the Powerline entries. Sorry. Yeah, so when you go to your Powerline entries, here you see like my Powerline entries, and you'll have it on here. Like all the entries you've purchased will be recorded here. So if you have, let's say, 10 entries purchased, at the entry count, you'll see it as 1, 2, 3, all the way to the 10th entry. All right. Yes, to the 10th entry. Then on entry IDs, you'll also see the entry IDs for each entry that have been purchased. So if, let's say, assume you purchase the entries based on some certain period, that means you're gonna have different entry IDs altogether. So if maybe your first entry is entry ID 10, your second entry can be entry ID 20 or entry ID 12 or entry ID 11 or entry ID 15, depending on the time frame you made that purchase. Yeah, so you're gonna have different entry IDs recorded here. But for instance, where you purchase 10 entries at a go, then guess what? They are going to follow suit. So if you purchase 10 entry at a go, you are going to have it like entry number 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, then sorry, you see that your entries follow suit in that order. Yeah, then the slots 1 entry user and slot 2 entry user are the entries that are contributing to your earnings or your benefits. So when you receive a payment, like the first and second payment, it will then be recorded here and also show you the entries that contributed to your benefit. You know, the entry users that contributed to your benefit. So it will be recorded here too for that transparency. Yeah. Sorry, I think I need to take in some water. All right, so moving on, we have the total cycles. So the total cycles will also tell us the number of cycles you've completed. So from the beginning, as I was saying, where we have entries purchased A and entries created B. So the entries purchased are your parent entries. Then the ones that are going to be created will be your child entries. So you see it here where you will have parent entries recorded and also child entries, being recorded here. So the child entries are the ones that you see beside as the total cycles as, let's say, 1/5, meaning you've completed 5 cycle, one cycle out of 5, telling us or telling you that there's 4 more to go before that particular entry expires totally out of the Powerline network. So we'll see those ones also recorded here for us to, know when it's getting to, or for that particular entry to expire for good. All right. Yeah. And the purchase entry will then be the time and day you purchase that entry will also be recorded here for that transparency's sake. Yeah, so let's go to 3x2 team build entries. So the 3x2 team build entries is equally going to be the same as the Powerline, just some slight difference. So with that too, we have the entry count here. If it is 10 entries you have, they'll all be recorded here 1 to 10. And each of the entries will then have their own entry ID numbers also recorded here. Then the number of cycles they've completed. So if 1 or 2 or 3 of your entries have completed a certain board or their first board, it will then be recorded here the number of cycles to which that entry has completed. Then the purchase entries, of course, the time and dates when you purchase will also be recorded here. We will have the purchase entries also, recorded on this side. The total cycles will also be recorded here on this, side. Yeah, so that is it. Then moving on to the payments. Yes, to payments. So here are the payments. You will have it here from user, like indicating which user contributing to your earnings or your benefit. So the user will then be recorded here. Then from entry ID to which entry ID will also be recorded here. To parent entry will also be recorded here. The metrics will be recorded here. The amounts, the type, and the hash will all be like everything will be documented here for that transparency. Yeah, so that is one thing I like about our platform. We are giving everyone or the community that sort of transparency, you knowing everything regarding your rewards, your payments, and all that. Equally, it will be recorded on the blockchain as well. Then to referrals, yes, when you come here, you'll see the referrals here in your network. So I have my referral here, and my referral have referred two people, and all that will be recorded. So the power line entries, depending on which entries that my referral will purchase, will also be recorded here. So if my referral purchased 20 entries, it will then be shown here as 20 entries. And the 3x2 team entries with that one too will be recorded here depending of the number of entries that he has purchased. So equally, if it's 20 entries he purchased, then we're gonna have 20 here, then 20 here in the team build as well. Yeah, so whenever an entry also creates a sub entries or child entries, they will also be added to this number of entries purchased. Then of course the earnings will also be recorded here, like the amounts, or let me say, yeah, the rewards you've received so far from these entry purchases will also be documented here for your record keeping. Then moving on to more. All right, so once we click on more, we have the leaderboard. Yeah, so the leaderboard contest, will have it also recorded here. However, I told the dev team to find ways and means in bringing the leaderboard to the dashboard. Okay, so they are working on that. Very soon we'll see that feature on the dashboard. Yeah, so here on the leaderboard, it will display the top 15 leaders that are performing well in the community, those that are actively referring or engaged in team building. And it's going to be so exciting knowing that you see or you find yourself here in the leaderboard, and you're securing a good spot or a rank, and all of a sudden another leader will overtake you, and then your leadership rank will drop or either goes up depending on your active team building efforts and all that. So it's really going to be an exciting one. And tomorrow you are going to witness this, firsthand, knowing how powerful we have put all this together in a form to benefit the top builders, or let me say the team builders and recruiters in our platform. So it's an extra incentive for our dedicated team builders, because we recognize your efforts, so therefore it's just right for you to equally be rewarded based on your craft or your effort. So that is it. Now moving on to activities. Yeah, so activities is going to be a whole lot documented info, like whatever that actually goes on in your platform will be recorded here. Yeah, so anything that goes on your platform will be documented at the activity. Yeah, so here is really going to be full or chunk with info for you to follow up with whatever that is going on in your platform. Yeah, so that's the its purpose, the activity, it's purpose here. Now let's go back to homepage. And then, okay, on this top section, we have the social media handles, Telegram and Facebook. So you can join the community as well to follow up with updates. And here is your profile icon. So when you click on your profile icon, you'll see the Telegram notification. So if you wish to connect your Telegram to your account, your back office, you can do so by clicking on Telegram notification, and then you can either open the bot directly from here, which will um, take you to Telegram and open the bot for you to click the start button, and then it will request of your registered wallet address, which you send to them, and then it will connect your account. All right, it will connect your account, and you see it on here as current Science account user. Name will be recorded here. So if they let's assume your Telegram username is Rufus, then of course it will be recorded here as Rufus. If it is, Jane, it will then be recorded here as Jane, showing that it is this particular Telegram account which has been connected or linked to your back office on Ultra BNB. So any sort of let's say rewards that you earn, be it from the level, from the leaderboard, from the 3x2, from the power line, they will all be paid directly to your like recorded to your wallets and equally be recorded to on your Telegram app. Yeah, so you receive those notifications in your Telegram app, which will be buzzing you up whenever you receive a dime from the platform, letting you know that yes, you are earning with us here in Ultra BNB. Yeah, so that is it. I believe I've been able to cover up every detailed information. Okay, let me I think there are a few more missing out. So yes, we have 18 hours, 15 minutes for the launch to take effect. Yeah, so let's just stay glued to this countdown. Once it hits 0, you just log into your back office, then you select the number of entries you wish to purchase, then you do just that. And of course, we have a translator too here. So for other countries that prefer to translate to any other language, you can do so. If it is I don't want to get myself in trouble. Outside English, there is no other language I understand. So let me see which language. Okay, I'm not gonna risk it. But yeah, you can clearly see there are other languages here which you can basically translate to. Okay. Yeah. So that is it, guys. This is all that you need to know. Oh, awesome. We are growing our numbers. We already have another user joining the community. So hopefully maybe by the close of the day, we should see ourselves crossing the 200 marking total users. Yeah, so we're doing pretty good. We are growing slowly but surely. We are getting there, and there is no hype. That is one thing I like to. We are not making noise out there. No, we don't want to be making noise yet. Once we launch and our community starts seeing the power of Ultra BNB, where people will be earning left and right, center, up, and all areas, that is when people themselves will start doing the most noise on our behalf. So we are doing the organic growth, like team building, where it's one-on-one training sections just like this, and equally phone calls, calling our pals, letting them know that there is an amazing opportunity like this which can help them grow their income. Yeah, so basically one can spend $25 on a Starbucks coffee for maybe two people or so, or even for some sort like an iPhone charger or something else with $25. So $25 is money, but it's no money. And look at it here where you can contribute to this Powerline network, and you'll be flipping that $25 multiple times, earning more based on community team building efforts. Whilst you contribute to others' benefit, others also contribute to you. So it's a give and take situation here, and it takes money to make money. That's the general sense about life. All right. So it's either you are working for money or you are letting your money work for you. And it's always got to be smart work. All right. And with networking systems like this is where you can actually achieve your dreams and goals, where you leverage on your network to, achieve your financial dreams and goals. Yeah, because they have the saying, your network determines your net worth. Look at all the influencers out there that are leveraging on their followers to actually, make sales, because companies and brands are reaching out to them. They do have, because they do have the audience, the community. So if you have a followers of 1 million, then guess what? You'll find yourself, with companies in your DM trying to impose business deals and brands and other deals for you to secure, where you promote their products or services or whatever the means might be on your page, and in so doing you are also going to be paid on the sideways, based on your management. And so it's quite interesting knowing that the internet came at a point where it is changing everything about human nature and the way we do business and the way we make money today. Yeah, so the internet is not here to harm people, even though there are others using it in a wrong way, like in ways which are causing more harm to others than actually, helping people. So for the right platforms like this, where we can leverage on networks with 100% decentralized systems where rewards are paid directly to our wallet, 100%, no funds going to admin whatsoever, we can actually rally about platforms like this and sharing it with many others out there. Whereas we team build, we make the rewards based on our efforts. You get what I mean? Yeah, so that is it, guys. If any of us do have questions, now is the time to do so. You can raise up your hand. I'll call on you, or you can, type in the chat box, and I'll help you out with the answer. If not, then I would like to bring this training section to an end. And hopefully tomorrow being a weekend, we are not going to have a training section or any sorts of until next week, Monday. Yeah, because our webinar meetings are from Mondays to Fridays. It's only the weekdays. Yeah, so weekends, there are no webinar meetings. Yeah, so all right, I believe there's no question. Until then hopefully tomorrow, guys, let's stay glued to our back office and basically remind our people as well and get everyone ready to fund their wallets. And tomorrow is gonna be the day we make history with Ultra BNB. So thank you all for showing up to this webinar training section. This recording will be made available to the community so we can pass it on to our teams for others to also, learn one or two things on here. I think I don't know whether I'm leaving something else, but I'm sure I've been able to cover. Okay, yes, I just remembered. So one other thing, we have to let our people know that they should, have enough BNB to cover their gas fee. Yeah, so if they're purchasing one entry, at least they having $2 to $3 extra, it will be enough, it'll be sufficient to cover their gas fee. Yeah, because if they come in with just $25 and they try to purchase an entry, it's not going to work. And they will feel like they are missing out on the opportunity. So we have to get our people prepared before the day of launch takes place. So that is it. Once again, thank you all. And I'll get to see you guys next week, Monday. Bye for now and enjoy the rest of your evening.